Sometimes people ask me, how do you know if you're being perceived as male or female? And I tell them, I don't care. I only want to be perceived as a threat.
Did I basically make my face and hair look like Luca Wesker, the character that only appeared really in one episode and for a brief moment? Yes, I did. I did this. You know why? Because I'm crazy. I don't know why, but Luca I liked the way he looked, so I tried to emulate that. And there we go. Oh. So we start out with the people that matter. You know, the vampires, Crowley and his team, this beautiful girl with hair I wish I could have. And she's basically like, hey, you can't suck dry all the, hostages. And the other girl's like, watch me. Easygoing, wonderful Crowley does get after her a little bit, which, by the way, I do love the purple-haired girl as well. I think I would like to cosplay her sometime. When we actually have conventions again. Do you remember conventions? Because I feel like I don't anymore. It's like a thing of the past. I should have had 2 conventions this year, but they did not happen. Crowley ends up testing one of the blades on the cute girl who's, kind of maybe killed one of the hostages. Kind of maybe actually did. And he determines that they definitely are getting stronger and their weapons are a lot more powerful than they were before. He cuts his finger on the blade to test, and sure enough, it's not healing like it should. So he's convinced that there's insider information that must be being leaked, and he's kind of trying to guess who it would be. And Ferret is one of them, and let's be real, I think they did determine last season, right, that he was spilling some information with an unseen person. Crowley, being the ever so generous man he is, lets the hot girl drink some of his blood, and I think she orgasms, honestly. Back with the humans, we see another group show up, and they had lost 8 members, I believe. So, she's not feeling great about how things are turning out. We get a moment with you and the guy, I can't remember his name, but anyways, they have a nice little bro moment. They're quickly becoming bros. That's nice. And you offers to, look over things and have the other girl rest. You then has a moment where he's like, man, 8 people for sure died. There's casualties. He's really coming further into terms of the fact that he's in a war now. Gurren then shows up and asks how you did, and then mentions that other girl had lost 8 members and questions about that. The girl apologizes and she's just grieving, and Gurren's like, hey, it's my fault. Gurren is an ass, but he's honestly pretty good to the people he's using. Like, yes, he's using them, but he's still somewhat nice to them. So I'm continuously conflicted on Gurren, honestly. Gurren then informs the teams that they need to go on a rescue mission because the 25 people that are, hostages. He makes that girl and her group stay behind so they can let other groups know where to meet up. And also, I think, so they can rest. I think that was kind of Gurren being like, hey, it's cool, stay behind. Shinya and Gurren have a shipping moment where Shinya shows concern over how Gurren's doing considering the losses, because apparently he never handles that well. I then noticed this guy for the first time, and I'm thinking, oh my god, he is adorable. Like, I know he's a background character, but they didn't need to make him look that pretty. Another group shows up where that girl and her group is, and another cute guy shows up. Oh my god, guys. Of course, it's around then that the vampires attack, and they just coolly go, Mission Impossible style, falling from the helicopters onto the ground below to attack the cute guys. Mika then appears and grabs the girl. He tries to question her about where Yu is, when all of a sudden she gives a strange command, but I kind of got what was going on, because I've seen stuff. Well, movies, not actual people do it. And they all start biting down on things in their mouth, which of course was poison. Oh my god, such a waste, little boy. You were so adorable. I knew you were a goner the moment I saw you. Crazy pretty boy vampire then complains when he stops moving and is dead. Like, he didn't get to have any fun. No fair, right? She also tries to do that, but he sees what's going on and he stops it. And he's like, you're gonna tell me where you is, and I'm not gonna let you die until you do that. He gets pissed when she tries to say that Yu's her comrade. And he's like, no, he's not. Stop it. After getting some information, he lets her go. And she replays that by freaking pretending to capture him. And yeah, that was a tense standoff moment, but Mika wasn't really concerned at all. One thing I did find funny is how she was like, I will kill him if you don't do what I say. And then they were like, do it. It's his own fault. These boyfriends are the embodiment of sass and mean, and I love it. The girl does give them information, but it's the exact opposite information that she had given Mika, which was to go to the city hall. And she pretty much was like, I'm helping you because you seem like you're a friend to you since you actually called him you. I don't know about her. He ends up stepping on her head a few times and like criticizing her for having, all those men kill themselves and she hasn't died yet. She's a coward. Even though it's technically partially his fault, she's still breathing. He goes to let her live another time, even though she's basically at that point saying, kill me. And he's like, I'm not going to dirty my hands. If you want to die, kill yourself. And she said, I can't kill myself because then they'll suspect something. You have to kill me. He was going to refuse, but then she goes and moves to attack again, purposely missing him. And so she's like, fine, I guess if you're going to be like this, I'll kill you. And, he does. Renee and his boyfriend decide to go in the direction that they were told to go by that girl. And Mika's like, hey, let's split up. I'll go to the city hall and you guys go there. Give me a few men and we'll cover more ground that way, even though he just wants to go to where you is. After he gets his small group that's going to go with him, he smiles at the sky and declares that he's coming, you. He's coming. Elsewhere, you turns presumably in the direction of where Mika is, as if he can sense him, because they're soulmates. Oh, God. And the episode ends with that group turning towards the city hall that they're about to attack.